is a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We've got a whole panel here this morning. Harry Glanz and Alex Nafusi from
Morning,
Capital.
gentlemen.
Morning, Harv.
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good out
How about
there.
those Tigers, baby? Don't give them a jinx. How about those Tigers?
They tried to lose it.
Keep it going.
They've got to win 6 out of the last 9. What do you guys think?
We'll go for that.
All right,
we
good.
will go for that.
Well, since I'm a mortgage guy, not a sports guy, what do I know?
Well, wait,
I'm not
exactly.
saying anything
We just know
about that.
mortgages. But for sure,
That's
we will
right.
have sports all day here on 97.1. We got Michigan football coming up
Big
later this
day.
afternoon. Tigers at, I believe, 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. So a lot of cool stuff here happening. We brought in Stephanie Janica from Keller Williams in Novi. Good morning, Steph. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Great. Hey, great.
Steph, I love that you dressed up, even though we're on the radio. And
Listen,
no one can see
Stephanie's
us.
a
but
pro.
you do look very nice.
She's a pro, that's why, because she's a professional, and she's been around a long time. And we were talking just before we get on the air. You know, we talk every week, and we say to our realtor friends in the community, how do you feel about the home buying market? Is the market still hot? That's the phrase that we use. Is the market still hot? And because the last 5 years have been very, very strong, and people have heard us talk about this for so long. You heard about the market shift. The market shifted in 2012 to where we are today. And I said to Stephanie, so what are the Keller Williams gurus, for all the Keller Williams people out there, what are all the Keller Williams gurus saying about 2017? And Stephanie says to me,
Well, literally, we can't walk through the hallways now without, hearing something about the shift coming, the shift. We're going to experience a little bit of a shift in the real estate market, and probably this coming year. We're already starting to feel the effects of it. And
What do you mean by
so that means what you're saying is 2012, 13, 14, 15, and now 16 have been really strong years. So when you say a shift, I mean, is it just going to be a little off from 16, or are they thinking a real monumental shift, or is it going to be now a weather-related shift? Because as you know, market's still strong right now, and it's probably going to be strong through October. But weather-related issues, because where we live, Michigan, it's cold, November, December, January, February. So, we kind of always had a jump start the last 5 years, January, February, March, because the market was so strong. Tell me what the shift is all about.
well, I'm wondering if we are going to see that appreciation in the springtime like we normally do. Every year is cyclical. It goes up and down from spring and summer, fall and winter. And usually we get that big appreciation, in the springtime.
So our esteemed colleague sitting right next to you, to my left and your right, Alex Nafusi, has said that he fears this bubble. He has said it many times on this program. He said, I fear a bubble. He also said interest rates are going down, but he honestly, but specifically,
a couple guys have said that. They're smarter than me.
Specifically, he said that he fears that we are experiencing a bubble now.
My only concern is that, listen, I love this area. I can live at any place I want in the entire country, and I stay here because I love this area. I just think demographically, people in southeastern Michigan can't afford to be paying $250, $300 a square foot. It's pure math, economics. It is what it is.
So how do we explain on the front page of one of the sections in the Detroit News/Free Press?
You read that already today, of course. Yeah.
Because really they're the same paper. That in Corktown, lofts are selling for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000.
Wow.
You read that.
Yes.
You read that. And Alex, if you do the math, if they're 1,100 square feet and they're selling for $500,000 to $700,000, that's not $250. That's $500, $600 a square foot.
Yes.
So how do you explain that? How do you explain all the new developments going up? And there's a saying, and you've heard it, and it's related to sports, but it's also related to real estate. If you build it, they will come. How do we explain that?
Detroit's interesting right now.
Hot.
It's coming back.
It's
much
hot.
more than
Our
the
whole
other
area is,
ones.
but in reality, what we hear, and when I go out every day and I talk to realtors and brokers such as yourself, it's kind of like, if you're a golfer, we're on the 15th hole of this shift or of this momentum.
Beautiful
that we're
analogy,
running.
HG.
Or we're on the 8th inning of a 9-inning ball game. Okay, and everybody shares that because you want to know something. There's always a thought process. Thought process is, I like to ride the momentum, but people like to bet them against the momentum. Why do you want to bet against the momentum? You go ahead and you bet with the momentum. So I think our area is a very interesting area. I think there are certain pockets, and like we said, Harvey, I listened to the tape of last week's show. We started off the show last week saying that our purchase business, and it has continued in our office, and we're like a factory. When we see purchase agreements come in the manufacturing sector, you're busy. Our purchase agreements, Harvey, right, are still coming in.
Yeah.
So Is there going to be a slowdown? I think right now there's going to be a slowdown because of our weather, because of November, December, January, and February. I do, because it's a natural slowdown. I'm not going to predict, and I listen to the tape of the show. We don't predict because we're not weather people, because you got a shot at being wrong. And we don't want to be wrong when you're talking about home values, shifts, bubbles, and all those kind of things. So I think it was kind of interesting what you said to me. I think it's very, very interesting.
Well, interestingly enough, we're still selling more homes this year than we were last year and the year before. So
that's what matters.
Home sales are still up, and our inventory is down still. We're still sitting at about 3 months of inventory.
That's good, because the average right now is 4.5 months, isn't it?
Around 5 months, 4.5 months,
Yep.
we're at like a stable market. So it's still a seller's market. We're still an appreciating market. It's looking good right now.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff we'll talk about this morning. Let me jump in here. 248-539-9797. If you want to join the show, definitely, if you haven't listed your house yet, if you're thinking about moving, get in touch with us here. We'll set you up with all the top real estate agents in the area. Also, if you're going to be buying a house, of course, call Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Get in touch with us here on the show and get a real approval letter. We'll talk about that later today. Of course, when we bring Stephanie, an associate broker from Real Estate Office, they deal with us for specific reasons. The deal will close in a timely manner. And of course, we always talk about having a professional team. Stephanie, of course, you've been part of our team for a long part of time. You don't actually send business to me or Alex or Harry specifically, but people in our office.
And who do you send it to? I'm just curious. In our office.
Ronnie.
Sounds
Hold on,
good.
I already know the answer. I'm getting ready to tell a
Ronnie,
story.
Ronnie J working
Ronnie
his butt
J.
off all the time. This guy works so hard all the time.
Broski, great mortgage guy, terrible parker. Remember I used to make fun of him because he would never pull his car all the way to the parking spot? Now he pulls his car all the way in. When he parks it at an angle, crosses like it's a Ferrari and has to take up 7 spots.
Harvey, before you get into that, one of Alex's favorite things, I want to give Alex kudos where kudos are due. Alex, he said that rates weren't going to go up. Well, as you know, what happened this past week? The Fed did not change any of the rates. They talked about changing them, alluded to, made strong mention of, or alluded to, you pick your words, December. Okay?
Correct.
So the market had a really, really good week. Stock market was up. Everything was strong this week. And what you're seeing now is that, and I guess, why should the Fed raise rates? I guess, almost half the Fed governors said they should raise rates. I mean, why should they? If things are going really well, and back in the 70s and 80s, the economic determining factor was the rate of inflation. Okay, so they would look at the rate of inflation. They would say, okay, if it goes up more than 2.5%, 3%, then we have to raise rates to stem the tide of spending because it's creating a situation where prices are artificially going up. Well, here's what I say. It's not broke. Don't fix it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
People are spending money right now. There is no inflation right now. 1 to 1.5, baby. I mean, come on. Are we kidding ourselves? So why would you want to wreck that? Again, that is going to go ahead and stem the tide of people spending. If people think they can't afford something and rates go up, but I understand it. More people understand it than I do, but I don't understand the reason why they would raise rates. So, Alex, you're safe for another month or two.
Another month or two, yes, possibly.
All right.
I will be right in the long run. You know
eventually,
that.
yeah. Let me hear. It's like you said, HJ. Like they're not going to go to zero. I mean,
Not going to zero.
I just don't see. I just don't see a huge, like you said, there's no reason to increase rates. There really isn't.
There's no reason why
Nothing
they should.
going bad right
but
now.
It will happen.
Hey, Steph, it's talking about purchases. I like where you were going with it. We always talk about the things slow down in the wintertime. We didn't really see it obviously here in Michigan, it's definitely going to get slow after 7 inches of snow. You just can't drive around. Obviously hard to present a really nice product out there unless you've been taking your pictures and preparing yourself to show what your house does look like without 12 inches of snow on it and all that. But there's no doubt. The statistics, they've done lots of facts and figures on these things. Things do slow down in the winter months. January and February, of course. Homes cost 5% less, so almost 8.5% less in those months. It's just typical. Does that mean potentially that a buyer might have some leverage? Is there any leverage out there that you see coming into the fall? If that house has been on the market for maybe 60 days or so, maybe there's an opportunity to go steal a house in the fall or winter.
100%. It definitely opens up your opportunities. We've got more homes on the market in the fall and the winter time, so that inventory is growing a little bit, so more options for those buyers. It's been tough for the buyers this past, spring and summer. Low inventory, multiple offers. They're fighting for homes, so that's going to loosen up a little bit and really allow them to get a home that they want.
Yeah, I think that's going to, what's going to happen, Harvey, also, is that we like to have to throw this in. I'll bet you Stephanie is the realtor that when there's a purchase on it, guess what she does? When the appraisal's scheduled, she is out there with comps in her hand to say hello to that appraiser and hand him the comps.
She does all the things.
Yes.
Right?
I would not have the appraisal without me being out there.
I can't do
so
it.
important.
I think that's awesome. I think that is a sign of a professional.
All right, we're going to be up against our first break here. When we come back, 248-539-9797. Come on back and join our show.
Hey, there's just certain things you know.
97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
After the season premiere of America's #1 news magazine, 60 Minutes, Sundays are about to get even cooler.
You better believe it.
LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell return for the series premiere event of NCIS LA on its new night.
It's a good move. It's a great move.
With a case so hot, it's radioactive.
Please tell me you have a plan.
Actually, I do.
The NCIS LA series premiere event on its new night, CBS Sunday. And CBS Monday on The Big Bang Theory. Penny reveals the secret to married bliss.
When Leonard's feeling anxious, I make him take a long walk. Does that help? No, for a while, and then he comes back.
Plus, Kevin James is living the good life.
What does that smell?
My candle.
It smells like meatloaf.
Because it's a meatloaf candle.
A new Kevin Can Wait after The Big Bang Theory. CBS Monday.
Sunday, starting at 8 on CBS 62 Detroit.
For over 130 years, Westinghouse has made everyday life a little better. With the holiday season around the corner, now is the time to start thinking about batteries. Batteries for toys, electronics, and everything around the home. WestinghouseBattery.com is the one place to get Westinghouse quality and the Westinghouse performance you deserve. WestinghouseBattery.com has all the batteries you need at one convenient place. Stop by today. WestinghouseBattery.com.
It's BOGO time. Domino's BOGO Pizza Deal is back. Now through Sunday, October 2nd. Get 2 delicious pizzas for the price of 1. All you have to do is order online or on your Domino's smartphone app and pick it up from the store. Capiche? That's right. Now through October 2nd, you can buy 1 pizza at menu price and get 1 free when you order online for carryout. Order your favorite pizzas from Domino's today. Carryout and online only. You must select this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may apply. Applies to the menu price pizza ordered online. Second pizza of equal or lesser value for free. Thousands of people live with chronic neck and back pain. If that's you, it's time to see a surgeon who makes dramatic outcomes for patients just like you, often without surgery. That's Dr. Jay Jaganathan, one of our magazine's top docs. He and Dr. Fadi Deli, a neurologist and pain management doctor, can help you get your life back with lasting relief from your pain. Call 248-733-9904. That's 248-733-9904. Or visit mi-neurosurgery.com. mi-neurosurgery.com.
With Wow Choice, you can build your own plan. Just pick an internet speed, choose a cable package, and keep adding. So whether you're Mr. Juan More Suspense,
Don't go in that door.
Mr. Philip on Comedy, or Mrs. Penny Saver,
Harold, have you seen my ledger?
there's a plan with your name on it. Like 30 meg internet plus cable plus your choice of 1 premium channel for as little as $64.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. That's Wow Choice. Offer subject to change. Certain restrictions apply. Visit Huawei.com for service descriptions, terms, and conditions.
If you really want to protect your vehicle's floor, why would you settle for anything less than the most advanced vehicle floor protection available? I'm David McNeil, founder of WeatherTech. The main goal when we design, engineer, and manufacture our floor liners is to protect your vehicle's floor, period. We realize you've made quite an investment in your vehicle, so we do everything possible to help you protect it. We don't cut corners, and we don't compromise on quality, ever. We test our custom-fit WeatherTech floor liners to ensure they hold up against anything and everything that falls on them. Dirt, sand, snow, mud, even food and drinks. And our floor liners are made right here in America, with American raw materials and, of course, American workers. So now that you know how passionate we are about protection, just imagine the detail and energy we put into every aspect of our floor liners. Learn more today about our full line of automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech Floor Liners, complete protection, completely American made.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Gallianos Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Gallianos Van Dyke Dodge today.
The new season of NCIS Los Angeles moves to Sunday.
Whatever we do, we got to do it now.
A premiere event on its new night, CBS Sunday after 60 Minutes.
Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One, CBS Sports Radio 1270 and 97.1. The Ticket.
Welcome back to the show. 9:16. If you're just joining us, it's a Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us at Capital all week long, all day long today at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Also, you can call us here in the studio, 248-539-9797. As always, check us out on Facebook. Go ahead and like our page, the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Just go ahead and make a little click there. If you have any comments, please leave them.
You know, I was talking to Stephanie during the break, and she's like, "Hey, you've been doing this 16 years." And of course, like I was like half flirting with you. You say you've been doing this for 12 years. But you don't look that old. And she's like, "Oh, you're new to you, whatever." And when you talk about like go in this industry, it's really not that difficult. I mean, it's not brain surgery. I mean, it's not. I mean, it really isn't. I mean, and I said to you during the break, I said, all you have to do is follow through with what you're going to promise you're going to do, and be nice to people.
Do the
like
right
we're
thing
all on
and
the
talk
same
to
team.
people. Yep, do the right thing.
And go ahead.
Yeah, it's about the service. It's all it is. But the experience, you cannot take the place of experience. I cannot say that enough. There are a lot of ins and outs in both our industries. Real estate and mortgage are related. There are a lot of things that we cross paths on. But if you stay in your lane, if you let the realtor do what they do, and you let the mortgage people and all the lenders do what they do, it'll get done. If somebody, I don't want to sell real estate. I don't want to get into Stephanie's business. I don't want to know. So I rely on her to tell me what's going on in the transaction. We go ahead and we put the pieces of the puzzle together. It comes out, and then we sit at the closing. There's no reason not to have a good closing. But Stephanie will tell you, sometimes there are delays. The appraisal industry right now is very, very busy. Appraisers around southeastern Michigan and all around the country are very busy. It might take an extra day or two to get an appraisal. You can't go crazy about it. If you're experienced and you've been through all the cycles, you know that these things happen. So the magic question is, Stephanie, what happens if you and I have a closing scheduled for a Monday and it has to close on Wednesday of that week? Is that an issue?
Well, it's an issue that we can work with. It's not an issue. So
Stephanie, I'm telling you right now, he's walking down the path right now. He's walking you down the path, Steph.
I am walking her down the path. I agree with that. I said, can it be an issue? There's a drop dead date. If you have sellers that are moving out of town and moving trucks are going to be there, there's the old analogy there, Alex.
My parents are coming in.
Parking lot,
moving trucks are coming.
Right. So it could happen. But most of the time, people in this market understand. Most agents have told their their seller, hey, listen, if something comes up, it's not a big deal to give an extension. Now, if you're running into multiple extensions, if you're not getting the truth from the lender when the people really can't be approved for the loan, okay, that's a different story. But we do everything up front anyways.
Yep.
Our underwriters are on site, on staff. We do everything in-house anyways. So we give somebody a full bona fide approval. Now, if we have to collect some additional data, need an additional piece of verification, or the appraiser can't get the appraisal back in time, I don't think that's an issue.
Well, no, it's not. And here's the thing, okay? If you're not busy right now, if I texted some agent the other day that said, well, such and such mortgage company's closing loans in 2 weeks. No, they're not. No, listen, if you walk into a restaurant, if you go out to eat tonight and you walk into a restaurant and there's nobody there, there's a reason there's no one in this restaurant. I mean, there's something wrong with that restaurant. But with that being said, there are going to be delays sometimes. It happens. Let me tell you, the largest delay to anyone buying a house right now is large deposits in your bank account. When we get up to the bank statement and all of a sudden there's a deposit for $15,000,
yes.
Where did this? I have to track that. I have to source that money then. And
but to call Stephanie is an easy call. I'll call Stephanie. I'll say, hi, Stephanie, it's Harry. I want to tell you something on that Smith file that we've got going. The borrower didn't disclose everything to us. We found out something, so I'm going to need another couple of days to verify it. Do you have a problem with this? Are your sellers going to have a problem with it? Stephanie will probably say to me, I'll call my seller, I'll let them know, and they probably won't have a problem with it. But you can't do it at the last minute.
Well, correct.
Let's talk about last minute things.
Well, yeah, and this is where it can cause an issue for you because nowadays we've got a lot of properties that are a lot of offers being written contingent on the buyer's home selling. Yes. So we've got these transactions and it's like a domino effect. Mm-hmm. Yes, we've got this one that needs to close at this time, and then we're dealing with occupancy issues, and then the buyers need to get in the house.
Do you take those offers? The ones that are contingent?
Sure. Yeah, they're very common right now. Okay. So I am writing offers that are contingent, and I'm also taking offers that are contingent.
But you're right, it is a domino effect. You have to make sure that the first domino falls before you can go into the second and third.
Yes.
And we agree with that. But I think our strong point with you has always been communication. If there's a hitch in the giddy up, we got to let you know up front. We cannot wait to the fourth week to let you know.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons I love you guys here at Capital Mortgage. I mean, knowing what's going on with the deal at every moment, and getting straightforward information.
Well,
you don't always get that with every lender. Sometimes I'm pulling teeth for information.
Well, this is the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. We're going to tell you like it is. We're gonna just speak our mind.
Well, we definitely have to have the borrowers get in touch with, again, in any real estate transaction, you want those borrowers to already have their mortgage in place. So we always urge, and all our listeners out there, definitely, if you're thinking about becoming a homeowner, get your ducks in a row now. We can organize you and we can set you up so you don't make mistakes, such as large deposits. And again, a lot of families, especially in Southeast Michigan, run a lot of businesses, a lot of cash. Some of them keep it at home or in their businesses, and then they want to deposit it at the last minute. And again, this money can be seasoned ahead of time. So more professionals, I like where we're going this, more professionals in the transaction makes for a lot smoother transaction.
Harvey, I have great news for you.
Go ahead.
I'm on CNN Money right now.
Yes.
And the Backstreet Boys have announced they're opening a tour at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas.
I'm in backstage for that one,
it's
for
scheduled.
sure.
The first show is March 1st. So tickets go on sale October 1st.
I'll be there.
Just letting you know, man.
The benefits of home ownership, Steph, is one of the things, too. A lot of the younger buyers that I've noticed recently have they haven't got the whole scoop on why it's so important to become a homeowner and some of the tax advantages. I mean, the couple things that they always joke about that we can count on is death and taxes. Well, I'll tell you what, one of the other things that the government encourages home ownership. And you're able to write off the interest, your mortgage interest deduction. Believe it or not, even on a second home up to over just $1 million, $1.1 million, including home equity loan interest. So there's a lot of opportunity there where families right now are spending $1,000 in rent. If you spent $1,250 on a house, that would probably work out about the same for you. And just a lot of opportunities out there that people think, hey, I can't budget for that. And the truth is, with the low down payments that are out there and the low closing costs here in Michigan, there's so many great opportunities.
Ton of opportunities. I mean, you're going to save a lot more by purchasing a home right now as opposed to renting. The rental prices are high, compared to what you're going to pay in a mortgage. The interest rates are historically low right now. I laugh when buyers are like, oh, they're creeping up. Interest rates are getting high.
What is creeping up? Like,
I love creeping up. I love creeping up, right?
That's what we call Harvey at the office.
So we're in the high twos. We're in the high twos, low threes on a 15-year. We're in the mid threes to high threes on a 30-year, and people are saying interest rates are going up. They have no idea how low they really are. And then you talk about after tax. After Uncle Sam is your partner on the interest rate deduction, you're borrowing somewhere, if you're in the threes, in the twos, and if you're in the twos, you're in the ones after tax.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Again, we listen and we try to make ourselves better every day, and we don't want to yell at people. But you can't get greedy over an eighth or a quarter, especially now in this rate environment. If you're looking at a house and you can afford the house, I have to say that. Yeah, if you can afford it, you have to buy that house now because they're not going down. Rates aren't going down. And for the foreseeable future, Harvey, measurably, home prices where you want to live aren't going down either.
No, they're going to definitely increase. Again, the low inventory is keeping it down. Let me throw the number out there, 248-539-9797. This is the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call all week long. Again, the difference between Capital and everyone else is humongous. Get that approval letter in your hand. Have the knowledge and the confidence to go out and meet great real estate agents that are truly the tops in their profession. Steph, we talked about it last night. I told you during the week I'd give you a call Friday night just to go over a couple things that I like to talk about. And one of the things I know, because we're working together with on that one transaction.
Yes.
And wow, I mean, there's a humongous difference, and Harry mentioned it earlier, between experienced people that understand the negotiations and everything involved. You mentioned it earlier, a lot of contingencies out there on other homes being sold, when to waive those contingencies, things of that nature. You better have real professionals who understand all that.
100%. Yeah, you need somebody who really, truly knows how to work with the other agents and negotiate the offers. There's a lot of different points in those offers for negotiating. I'm just myself right now. I mean, generally, most agents right now are negotiating about 94% of the list price out there. And I'm consistently getting about 99% of my list price. I mean, that comes with experience. There's, I know how to maneuver around
So this is what you do full time, right? This is your job. You don't work 10 hours at Target and then 10 hours at Joann Fabrics and
That
then
was
sell
such a
a
setup
house
call.
a quarter.
That was such a setup call.
No one called it.
Yeah, that's such a setup.
It was probably, I had to say, I feel like every single mom I know is selling real estate now. I mean,
but talk about negotiation. That is negotiating. It's not, people say, when do you make money on a transaction? You don't make money on when you sell. You make money on when you buy it right. And if you have a negotiator like Stephanie and a very experienced realtor that knows how to negotiate it, it makes all the difference in the world. Here's the however, Stephanie. Sometimes there is no negotiation. Right? Sometimes a property is so strong and there's demand for that property, there's so many offers in that you just have to buy it at a very strong price for the seller, correct?
It will, yes, and that's why you want a quality buyer's agent when you're purchasing for a home too, because there's different clauses that we use to actually help get you the house. When you're up against 5 or 6 different offers and everybody is vying for that home,
right,
you have to find a way to set yourself apart from the rest.
Because you can negotiate yourself right out of that transaction if you're too high maintenance, right?
Yes.
Quickly. Okay, yeah. So people have to understand that. So if you pay $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 more for the property over a 30-year period of time, it's
not such a big
nothing.
deal.
That's right. And you have the house that you want to live in.
Alrighty, 9:27. If you're just joining us, it's a Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. When we come back, all your calls.
It's BOGO time. Domino's BOGO Pizza Deal is back. Now through Sunday, October 2nd. Get 2 delicious pizzas for the price of 1. All you have to do is order online or on your Domino's smartphone app and pick it up from the store. Capiche? That's right. Now through October 2nd, you can buy 1 pizza at menu price and get 1 free when you order online for carryout. Order your favorite pizzas from Domino's today. Carryout and online only. You must select this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may apply. Applies to the menu price pizza ordered online. Second pizza of equal or lesser value for free.
The next time you need auto parts and accessories, trust the parts professionals at the 77 Detroit area O'Reilly Auto Parts stores. Our professional parts people know what it takes to get the job done right. Professionals have counted on O'Reilly Auto Parts for decades. Now you can too. Professional parts people, it's all part of our service commitment to you, our customers. Come see for yourself at your local Detroit area O'Reilly Auto Parts store. It's O Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Earn double points on 5 quarts of Castrol GTX conventional motor oil and a MicroGuard filter for $22.99. Increase your engine's performance when you purchase 5 quarts of Castrol conventional oil and a MicroGuard filter for $22.99 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Hello, human. This is a Mountain Dew ad, and we're about to crank things up in this booth. For starters, I don't like my voice. Let's change it. You, get in here.
All right. Somebody, hand me some maracas. That's it. Dew guy, drop a beat.
How's this?
Mountain Doodly Doo, yeah. HR department, start chanting. I just got goosies. Keep it going. Lady in the corner, what do? Terrifying. I love it. Wizard, summon a storm. Toss in a bucket of snakes. It's like a freaky spa here. Jim, smack yourself with a fish. It's the most beautiful sound that has ever been. If you've got a mouth and a brain, crack open a Mountain Dew and reward your gullet with that bold citrus kick. Until next time, do the dew.
Unleash a refreshing citrus kick with Mountain Dew. Visit a store near you and pick up all your favorite Mountain Dew products. Mountain Dew exhilarates and quenches with its one-of-a-kind great taste. Mountain Dew. Do the do.
Hey, guess what? Nowadays, all day, every day, it's Doubler Days from the Michigan Lottery. And these days, Doubler Days is even better. Because now it's for Club Keno and Lotto 47 and Fantasy 5 players. And you could have a field day. Each day this month, random tickets will contain a doubler message. If your winning ticket has the message, it's your lucky day. Because you could double your non-jackpot prize money. Oh, happy day. So whether it's a weekday, a workday, a holiday, or even a bad hair day, you could win the day. Because these days are Doubler Days. Only from the Michigan Lottery. Imagine playing poker without the smoke-filled room, the stale snacks.
Did I just chip a tooth?
And this guy.
You guys playing cards?
It's new Hold'em Poker from the Michigan Lottery. Here's the deal. No cards, no chips, no table. Just a ticket packed with cash and top instant prizes of $300 grand. 10 different hands with every game and even more chances to win online at MichiganLottery.com. So try new Hold'em Poker from the Michigan Lottery.
You guys eating pretzels?
And put some play in your day.
Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Roofing pros, come to Lowe's for all your GAF shingle and accessory needs. Want special pricing on North America's most popular roofing shingles? Just buy one or more pallets of GAF shingles now and get 20% off, including Timberline, the #1 selling shingles in North America. And while you're there, stop by the Pro Services desk to see how they can help you grow your business. Lowe's, helping pros save time and money. Valid through 10/31. Discount available on in-stock shingles only while supplies last. Not available in all stores. See store for details.
24 Seconds Bar and Grill in Berkeley is the place to be for everything sports. Get bottles of Blue and Blue Light just $2.50 during all Detroit baseball games. Catch every game Sunday with the Sunday Ticket and get 20-ounce drafts of Bud Light and Miller Light $2.50 during Sparty and Wolverine games. 24 Seconds in Berkeley.
Let the experts at HAP help you choose what's best for your business. Visit hap.org/group.
97.1 The Ticket presents the opening weekend of Erebus Haunted Attraction in downtown Pontiac, September 23rd through 25th. Friday the 23rd, the first 200 people through get a limited edition Erebus t-shirt. Get your tickets now at hauntedpontiac.com.
You can now watch Valenti and Foster live streaming video afternoons 2 to 6 at 971theticket.com.
Welcome back to the show, 932, the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm Harvey Freed, Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi. They're with Capital Mortgage. And we brought in Stephanie Janica from the Keller Williams office out in Novi. Lots of experience, associate broker out there. Really fun to do business with stuff. We've got that, like I said earlier, we have one particular transaction, a buyer's got to find a great house and really interesting stuff. Most of the stuff we can't even share on the air. But we might get into it a little bit.
I love how honest Stephanie was. I said, so if we're supposed to close on a Monday and we close on a Wednesday, is there a problem? She didn't give me no problem. She gave me there could be a problem.
Right. They're moving away.
That's as honest as it gets right there.
Hey, Steph, we always talk about presenting the offer. And a lot of families have done interesting things over the years. We've talked about the families that in bidding wars will put together a letter and a picture of their family. And then also, how about those real estate agents that say, here's something, a dozen cupcakes. I'm going to sweeten up the offer for you, or here's some donuts or a candy bar. So there's a lot of funny things that have been done over the years. But the truth is, or a bag of peanuts, and you say, I'm nuts over your house.
Harvey, she's not going to give away her secrets for negotiating, okay?
But whatever these things
you have to buy the book.
Buy the book. Whatever these things are, they definitely still make sense in 2016 and moving forward. Again, there's families out there that there's nothing wrong with sharing the fact that you absolutely love their house and you want to raise your family there and those type of things. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Some of the agents are still doing these type of things. Am I correct?
People appreciate that, and I do that, especially if we're, in a multiple offer situation. I need to make my client's offer stand out. Yeah, I'm going to have them write a letter to the homeowner. Nobody wants to sell their house to some investor who's going to come in there and tear it apart. They want to sell it to somebody who's going to come in there with their family and love it just as much as they did, and it makes a difference. I've had homeowners take a lower offer because they were so emotionally tied to the buyer that was coming in.
Because they're turning their property over to a family that's going to raise their kids in that house, send them to the same schools, and make sure that that they go through the same thing they did. I agree with that. I think that's such a great answer, and I think that is a great negotiating. I don't want to say tactic. I don't like the word tactic. I said that's a great negotiating strategy. That if you can reach that person's emotional, you connect with them emotionally. Especially if you know somebody who's lived in the house for 15, 20, 25 years.
Buying and selling a home is very emotional. People have spent their lives there.
Do you write a letter sometimes when you make an offer? Do you write a letter to the seller?
Yes, yeah. I have the buyer write a letter to the homeowner, just explaining that, hey, I went into your house, I felt at home. I could see, raising my kids. I could see them running around in the backyard. Playing in the park down the street.
That's cool, man. That really is.
That's so cool, right? And people think that's hokey. It's not hokey. It's real. Okay, I like it. It's real. And if I'm a seller and somebody writes that letter, and I know that I raised my two kids, went to the school district, like I said, played in the park down the street, and I can envision that this couple is going to do that with their kids in my house. Come on.
Well,
you just got me.
Right, and that's the thing, Harry, because you've lived there for so long. Again, you're friends with the neighbors and such, and if they're not, that could be an odd situation also, and it might raise a red flag if you're making an offer and you're talking to the buyers or the sellers, and they say, "Oh, I don't know the neighbors," and you ask them, "Well, you've lived here for 20 years." That could be an interesting part of their negotiation also.
How do you not know your neighbors?
I'm friendly with my neighbors. Are you friendly with your neighbors, bro?
Yeah, it's totally friendly.
Good.
We all hang out.
Hold on. What we gonna say?
Just the professional real estate agents really help with that error in judgment for families, and they understand the emotional side because they've done it so many times.
And again, it goes like here for as much of a meathead as I am on the air, and as mad as I get sometimes.
Oh boy!
Like, well, no, I'm just saying, like, I take everything. I mean, unfortunately, I take a lot of it too personally. But it is like it's an emotional industry. I mean, it's people's homes. It's where you got married in the house, your kids in the house, whatever. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, and like Harvard, to your point, like knowing your neighbors. Like, so Blue gets out the other day. I'm in the middle. I'm on Cass Lake with Stephen Cara.
Right.
Middle of Cass Lake, and Colin, my guy across the street, calls. He goes, "Is Blue supposed to be in the front yard right now?" I'm like,
how do you get out?
I don't. He's like a ninja dog. I don't know what I mean. I don't know how. He's like Houdini. I don't know.
Yeah,
but anyway,
your neighbor had your back.
But he got my back, and he got
That's
him back
right.
in the yard. He's a guy. Just, it's cool.
All right,
so
good
it's
stuff.
important, man.
You know what, guys? Let's roll off to some calls. Hey, if you want to join the show, 248-539-9797. Always fun to hear from all the listeners out there. Let's move off to Marine City and Carl. Carl, talking about a refinance. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Yes, sir. I was thinking of refinancing to do some work on the house, and I was seeing how that would work.
It's actually a great question, Carl. Do you have a current mortgage on the house right now?
Yes, I do.
And what's that balance, sir?
With the balloon payment, it's $91,000.
Okay. And what do you think? You have an estimate on what the house is worth?
$85,000.
So you owe 91, but it's worth 85.
Yes, that's what it was showing for this area for market price.
Yeah. So that's tough, man. You have a couple issues there. Okay. First of all, you mentioned a balloon payment.
Right.
Which means
when I refinanced 10 years ago, they had real high payments, and it was taking most of my check to pay. And finally, I just, they wouldn't negotiate or nothing, so I just told them the rest of it would have to, till we could work something out, and it took well over a year.
So are you current on the mortgage now?
Yeah, the mortgage has been current for the last 8 years.
Okay, good. And your credit's pretty solid, Carl?
I'm waiting for a credit report to come from Experian and that, because they said there's something on there that should not be on there right now.
Okay.
What's on it that shouldn't be on there, Carl?
There's something from December, and I had paid a lot of my collection stuff off that was on there, and I don't know what this is right now, so I want to investigate to see if somebody, had put... have something on there that's not mine.
Carl, let me do this, man. I'm going to call after the show. I want to run your credit report and take a look at it for you. I want to make sure you're on the right track. I really, at this point in time, I just want to protect you from that balloon coming due, because if that balloon comes due and there's no equity in the house to refinance it, they're going to want their money. The bank's going to want their money.
Well, I know that, but and I understood it's all in one shot.
Okay.
We'll hook you up. We should be able to help them out.
Yeah, let me call after the show, Carl. We'll take care of it.
All right,
Okay.
Carl. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
sir.
call. Appreciate it. 248-539-9797. Do you think that mortgage person had his best interest? I don't think so. Hey, look, refinancing surge in August has jumped to 43% of all loans. That's right. The interest rates are at all-time lows, folks. If you even bought a house 2 or 3 years ago, not only can you probably get a lower interest rate, that equity position could be strong enough to take you out of maybe a mortgage insurance thing, a PMI situation. Or were you that person who got the 80-10-10 loan and you want to combine the loans? You're like, wait a minute here, I just bought the house. Why do I have 2 mortgages? All right, take a look at maybe consolidating the 2 with these low interest rates. It's definitely something you want to take a look at. There are always different ways to save your money. 248-539-9797.
That you mentioned the 80-10-10 loans, the 80-20s. You guys got to remember, man, if you guys use both those loans to acquire the property, that's not a cash out transaction. So even if you did, the 80% first, 10% second, and then put down 10%, we can wrap those two together and do, even if there's no equity in the house right now, I'm sorry, there's only 10% equity in the house right now, we can wrap those together, even at a 90% loan to value, and do what's called lender paid mortgage insurance, and it's going to save you money.
Right. We have the lender paid mortgage insurance up to a 97% really LTV. So a lot of opportunities out there for families to save money. But Alex, as we've seen, the refinance transactions now are exciting because we're looking at families that have had the 30-year mortgage is a long time, and there's no doubt about it. And that great opportunity now to see if it's only $100, $200 more each month, can you take your family down to that 15-year fixed loan and truly knock off tens of thousands of dollars off that mortgage payment? I mean, that's the goal.
That is
to pay
Alex
it
and I's
off.
favorite program to put somebody into. We not only save them money, on a situation where if they're in 30, they paid it down. Let's say they've got 20 years left. We could refinance them into a 15-year fixed-rate mortgage. They're going to save 5 years of interest on that transaction, which could turn out to be hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so multiply 60 payments times whatever your payment is.
That's right.
That's a lot of money right there.
Up quick.
All right, 248-539-9797. Let's move off to Commerce Township. And Chris, you got a question about a refinance. Go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Morning, sir.
Morning, Chris.
Good. My wife and I bought our house 2 years ago for $160. We owe $147 now. However, we have PMI on that loan. We're trying to get away from that. What's the best way to do that?
And so you put down, how much you put down, 5%?
Yeah, I think it was 8% actually.
8%. I mean, 2 years ago, I would have structured it a little bit different for you.
What are houses in your neighborhood going for? What are they selling for?
Over 200.
Then, there you go. You bought it for 160, goes for over 200, it was 147, Alex.
I mean, we're 200, the equity's there. I mean, it's a regular old refinance transaction, Chris. I mean, I would have structured it differently and put you, a lender-paid mortgage insurance product. We cover the mortgage insurance for you. You know what rate you're paying right now, the interest rate?
It's 4.25.
Yeah. And your PMI is what, about $110 a month?
It's like 137, I believe.
Yeah, so
you're going to save some money.
Yeah, here's a bunch of money, man.
Yep.
Give me about 20 minutes to call after the show.
Okay.
Awesome call, Chris.
Good
Those
call.
are the calls I want to hear from. 248-539-9797. What an opportunity to save money there. Again, do you have some equity? Do you have maybe a little bit higher interest rate than what's going on today's market? Give us a call. We'll be right back with all your questions.
Guys, cool it. We've got a ways to go still. The only good thing about being stuck in traffic on I-75 is knowing I just had my Valvoline Instant Oil Change done. Drives like this can wear your engine down.
And Dad's, too.
Find one nearby at fullserviceoilchange.com.
Pumpkin season is upon us, and that means your neighborhood Trader Joe's is prodigiously packed with pumpkin, including one of the pumpkin products that started it all. This is Tara Miller of Trader Joe's. We're talking about Trader Joe's Pumpkin Bread and Muffin Mix. When autumn arrives, the urge to bake kicks in, and this mix makes baking a piece of cake. The key ingredients in this mix, like pumpkin and spices, have been carefully calibrated to become pumpkin bread that tastes like you've baked from scratch. Yet all you have to do is mix in eggs, oil, and water and bake. As it bakes, your home will be filled with pumpkin season's inviting, enticing aromas. And as you enjoy a slice, you'll marvel at how homemade it tastes. And it is homemade. You made it. Enjoy it as is, or get creative and add mix-ins like chocolate chips, walnuts, pecans, or heck, why not frost it? We're selling each 17.5-ounce box of pumpkin bread and muffin mix for $2.99, while we can keep it in stock. For the location of your neighborhood Trader Joe's, check us out at TraderJoe's.com. Thanks for listening.
Hey, business owners. You ever wonder how you can save money while making your business more energy efficient? Well, Rosama from DTE Energy is here to tell us how. Hi there.
Hello.
So, how can a small business learn to save?
Well, DTE offers a lot of online tips, rebates, and cash incentives that can help improve their energy efficiency.
That sounds great.
We also consult with customers to teach them about specific changes they can make to help manage their energy usage.
Oh, so real-life people have already done this?
Oh, yeah. In fact, take one of our customers, John from Florentine Pizzeria Ristorante. He was able to make many small changes that really added up to savings. I'll let him tell you.
DTE has taught me so many things. Since working with them, we've installed a programmable thermostat, LED lighting, sink aerators, and a pre-rinse spray valve for the kitchen sink. I'm actually saving about 10% on my energy bill every month.
I bet you also make one tasty pie.
Our customers really seem to think so.
To learn more about how your business can save, visit DTEenergy.com/save now. DTE Energy. Know your own power.
Congratulations on your new job, on tying the knot, on retiring, on moving away, on moving back home, on becoming a great aunt, on getting a raise, on adopting a stray dog or cat. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand the one constant in life is change. That's why no matter where you are in your personal journey, we've got a health plan that fits your needs and protects your family. Blue Cross has been protecting millions of people all over Michigan for over 75 years. We've been there for millions of milestone moments. It's what gives us the experience and understanding to help you find a health plan that fits where you are today and where you'll be tomorrow. So whether you're going back to school to become a teacher or taking some time off to write the Great American eBook, having a baby, or making those breathing noises next to someone who is actually having a baby. You can count on Blue Cross to be there for you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Scott Christie here. 15 years ago, my dad, Dave Christie, started CMAC Transportation in Brownstown, Michigan with a few trucks and a dream. Now we are a multi-million-dollar logistics company with hundreds of trucks. CMAC Transportation is proud to be a veteran-owned, Michigan-made company and are thankful for all of our employees, customers, and vendors. We are still dreaming big and growing every day. We need great drivers and support staff to join our CMAC team. Call 734-225-9887 or apply on the web at cmactrans.com. That's cmactrans.com.
It's Fan Appreciation Weekend as your Tigers host the Royals, and 97.1 The Ticket will be all over Comerica Park all weekend. Look for the Ticket Chicks and the Street Team. Stop by for your chance to win Michigan Lottery's Hold'em Poker $5 instant game. Win up to $20 million in total cash prizes. Instant games. Put some play in your day. Call 866-66-TIGER. Visit Tigers.com for your tickets to any Tigers home game.
97.1 The Ticket, where real men come to play.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 946, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show. That's right, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. We're in our 16th year bringing you guys some great information, I thought. Alex, what do you got to say about that?
I love you.
248-539-9797. We'll take all your calls
It is
here.
kind of a family company.
Yeah, come on and get your mortgage from us. I got tons to share with you, but let's go off to these calls. The calls are lighting up here. Let's go to Chris out in Wyandotte. Hey, good morning, Chris. What's happening?
Yeah, how you doing today?
Morning, sir.
When it comes to purchase agreements, how concrete are they when stuff that was in the purchase agreement wasn't fixed, and then you find out after you purchase the house that it wasn't fixed?
Well, somebody should have been checking in on that before you closed on the property. You want to make sure that things are actually done that are in the contract.
The plumbing issues that you couldn't have told unless you opened it up, where the drains were moving slow, and come to find out that they never had them snaked like they were supposed to, and then there were other problems with the drains that because of that, and the sink was supposed to have been fixed, and it really wasn't properly fixed.
Did you have the property inspected?
Things that you can sue over.
Well, wait, did you have the property inspected? I'm going to assume that you're the buyer of this property and the seller didn't do what they were supposed to do.
This was something over a year ago. We had the property inspected, and the way Wyandotte works, you have to get it inspected and the city inspected.
Right.
Well, everything was supposed to have been fixed. There was after the city inspection, they just say fix the thing, and you get it fixed.
All right.
And there's no secondary inspection after that.
All right, last question. But you closed anyways?
Oh, yeah, we've been living in the house for over a year.
And now you want some recourse on it?
Well, we've been trying to go. We wrote a demand letter to the previous owners last year. And
what do you feel the cost of, I guess, what do you feel the cost of the damages are to you?
$3,000 to get everything fixed.
Well, you might
They had the drain snaked.
Well, there's other things. No, he's got other things.
There was other issues that were because of the drains. They had to be fixed too.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to tell you something. Stephanie's going to jump in here, too. Here's why you have professional people. Do you know when this information pops up when someone's buying a house, they say, hey, we have an issue here. We have to have this snaked. Then you have to show us the receipt that the work was done. I mean, what you're telling us doesn't even make sense because we're professionals.
No,
it doesn't. So
you're right.
Did your agent come back? Did you put it on the purchase agreement? Did you put it on an addendum? Because
and here's the issue. We asked our real estate agent to go to go back to the previous owners and refused to.
Well, because the transaction's closed, and remember, most agents.
Now, what about the real estate brokerage? I mean, isn't there? I mean, there's no recourse.
They represent the
here?
sellers. They again, unless you hired someone as a buyer's agent, which you probably didn't also, and you have to understand all these differences. Look, Chris, I love your energy this morning.
I do. I love it.
I want him to get his money in some capacity.
But here's the deal, and I'm going to advise this. I'm not an attorney. I don't play on the radio. You might want to call one. But you closed, my man, and now the horses are already out of the barn, and now you're trying to go back. So while I hear your plight and I feel for you,
there's known issues that the previous owners might have lied about.
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm not saying they didn't, but you need to now pursue another matter. Okay.
Okay.
You need to go down.
I'm
not saying they didn't.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Let it out, man. I want you to let it out.
No, I was just curious about purchase agreements and how they work because I've never gotten a straight answer from anybody.
Unfortunately,
about how exactly they work.
They're worthless.
Chris,
Here,
you should have been
go.
Chris, you should have been protected a little bit more going throughout that transaction. You know, WyanDOT does the city inspections, and they do have an inspection at the end to make sure that all those items are done in order to get your certificate of occupancy. That should have been checked on. And, you know, the home inspection, if you had a good quality home inspector there, you probably would have found these items ahead of time. They could have been negotiated ahead of time.
And here's the thing, with the bathroom, there are 2 bathroom tub drains. There was like the soap pump dispensers. There was a soap pump dispenser head in one of the drains.
A soap pump?
Yeah, it fell off and fell there. Look.
There unless you opened it up.
Yeah,
I guess it could be grocery stuff down
Chris,
there.
I'm going to call you after the show here, and again, look, in the future,
Thanks,
you're going to
Chris.
get better professional people involved, and you're going to handle your business.
Here, are they? I said they're worthless. The purchase agreements. They're not worthless. But here's the thing. In Chris's case, you want to retain an attorney. You're gonna have to go to court. It's gonna. So it costs $3,000.
Costs
It
more than
sucks. I mean,
$3,000.
it sucks. So it's a terrible situation, Chris. But dude, what do you mean? You're gonna spend $10,000 to save $3,000?
He's not doing
Chalk it up
that.
to a learning experience right now, and next time you go through the process, get a good agent and a good home inspector.
To say the least. Well said. 248-539-9797. Come and join our show. Let's move off to Frazier and Justin. Justin, good morning. You got a question about a pre-approved mortgage. Go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up,
I
Aaron?
have a quick question. Back I think it was actually over 4 years ago now. I had some investment properties. They all went bad, and I had several foreclosures under that year. So it's been like 40 plus years now. I filed for Chapter 7. My credit is good.
Well, no, it's not.
It's better now. It's better now.
I'm getting a pre-approval loan. Comerica, they actually
Oh, boy.
they approved it, but I just want to know. And they had to send them all my paperwork from the bankruptcy. So I want to know what's the difference between is it having one or more than one? Would that play a role, or is it a foreclosure?
More than one what?
Foreclosures.
Well, I mean, your credit sucks anyway. So I mean, here, then Justin, I'm going to save you a bunch of time right now. I'm guessing you're not getting a mortgage. I mean,
how long ago were the foreclosures?
This was back in 2010.
And are you pre-approved for a conventional mortgage or an FHA mortgage?
A conventional.
Okay, listen to me. I banked at that institution you say. That's where I bank. You come to us for the mortgage, Justin. I'm going to save your time, money, and we're going to get you hooked up with the right mortgage, okay? That institution is not giving you the right answers. End of story. I bank there.
Oh, boy.
Okay, let them stick with the checking account.
I'm wondering how that works.
How it works is
like after your discharge, like well,
if you included all those homes on your bankruptcy.
Pardon me?
Justin, there's a lot going on here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move off to some calls. You're a great call because we want to take a look at your paperwork, and then we can give you some real concrete answers. We'll run you through and tell you what you can do. It appears and it sounds like you potentially could qualify for an FHA mortgage, potentially a conventional loan. Of course, this is like a radio show.
Conventional?
And look, I don't know. Maybe you did a bankruptcy. Did you include these in your bankruptcy, right?
Pardon me?
You had a bankruptcy, right?
Correct.
Okay, so potentially these homes could be included in your bankruptcy. We have to take out a look at all that bankruptcy papers.
So I mean, basically, in a nutshell, like you bought the investment properties and it didn't go well, so you filed bankruptcy, right?
Correct.
Right. So
under the bankruptcy, you have to foreclosure.
Correct. Right.
It's
so
because they said you can't get approved for a conventional loan unless it's like 4 years after the discharge.
That's correct.
Okay. So I mean, the
that
bank took the bank took the hit on your investments, right?
I didn't hear you say that again.
The bank took the hit on your business.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm just curious. So let's just say you bought these rental properties for the sake of round numbers, and you bought them for $200,000. If you sold them for $400,000, were you going to split that $200,000 profit with the bank?
No.
You would?
No, he said no.
No, I said no.
Of course.
Why should they take your loss then?
Yeah, well, I see. But I'm starting over from scratch.
I know, but I'm with you. Harvey's going to call after the show. We'll take care of you, Justin.
Appreciate it. All right,
no worries, dude.
248-539-9797. We'll see if we can help the gentleman out again. Interesting. He probably didn't take that class that, though, you see on TV at 2 in the morning where it says, hey, you're going to become a millionaire. Just buy all these properties. That's worked for so many people over the years. 248-539-9797. Let's move off to Chris and Howell. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to our show.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Go ahead.
I am 59 years old. My husband is 61. We plan on retiring in 5 years. We own our own home, and we currently have a mortgage that has 8 years left on it. About $88,000 we owe. It's a 3.75% fixed rate. We want to retire in 5 years. What I'm wondering is, what are our options for refinancing, possibly taking out maybe $30,000 extra in equity to purchase a new car and try to get this all paid off within 5 years?
I can do that for you. I don't know that that's 100% what we want to do, though. I don't know if that makes total sense, because you want it paid off in 5 years. There's a lot of moving parts in that transaction.
Correct.
You're on a 30-year fixed right now with 8 years left?
Correct.
It's 3.75.
So the rate's basically a moot point, because the way a mortgage is calculated mathematically, the interest is all front-loaded. So your payments you're making right now is basically going all towards principal.
Correct.
So I don't know if a refinance to take cash out to buy a car, which is it's a depreciating asset. I don't know that that's listen. I get paid to write loans, and if I'm telling you it's not a good way to go, it's definitely it's something we got to talk about. I want to sit down with you and look at the whole picture, and get you on the right track. Even if we don't do a loan for you, I still want to make sure you can retire comfortably in 5 years.
I work with a lot of these dealerships and the car dealerships and finance guys and getting them mortgages and such. And I'll tell you, they said that cars right now, go buy a car straight up. There's some great offers out there. Lease offers are unbelievable. More importantly, owning a car is even just as good. So potentially, as Alex saying, I don't know if I want to wrap that into your mortgage.
Yeah, Chris, last question. You're calling from Howell?
Yes.
You like Tomato Brothers?
Love it.
My boy, little Tommy Neville's.
If I go out there, I'm getting pizza from Neville's. Whatever he's got out there, I'm going out there just for the food.
Chris, I'm going to call after the show, and we'll hook you up with some Tomato Brothers gift cards, just because we love you.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, guys.
I'll see you.
All righty. Well, that's going to about do it for another version of our Hardcore Mortgage Show. Stephanie Janica, we want to thank you for coming in from Keller Williams.
This was great. Thank you so much for having me on.
We got so much to talk about. This hour doesn't do us justice. We'll have you back again.
Thanks, Steph.
Want to thank all the callers for calling in. And again, call Capital Mortgage all day long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage bank.
Congratulations to my father, who got an eagle yesterday on number 3. From 170 yards out. The ball never left 4 feet off the ground. Congratulations, Broski.
It went in. Doesn't matter.
All righty.
Go Green.
Again, we'll see you next week here on the Hardcore Mortgage Show. Keep it here.
The preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
97.1 The Ticket. Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
After the season premiere of America's #1 news magazine, 60 Minutes, Sundays are about to get even cooler.
You better believe it.
LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell